The Undertaker will at some point be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and I posed the question: who should induct The Undertaker into the WWE Hall of Fame? Ryan, we'll start with you on this one. Who to you should induct The Undertaker?
I don't think there's any questions asked. This needs to be Vince McMahon. Kobe.
I agree. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, but yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. After watching this documentary, to me, it should be nobody else. But I'll give some further thoughts on the Hall of Fame then. Ryan, do you have any more to that, or should I go to Matt? I'll go to Matt. I'll go to Matt.
You asked
Matt.
a question, I answered. Asked and answered, sir.
All right, very good. Matt, who do you think should induct The Undertaker?
There's a lot of options here. Kid Rock, good choice, fellow Hall of Famer. Mr. T, great speeches. He would just kill it. But if not Vince McMahon, I don't think Michelle McCool necessarily is the right person to do it. So I would give that to Kane, if not Vince.
Kobe.
All right, very good. Tim, who do you think should induct The Undertaker?
Who did Ryan say?
Ryan and I said Vince, and
said Vince.
and
Okay.
Matt said Kane, if not Vince.
Right. So I'm not going to say what you guys said, even though those are probably my first two choices. We're playing Family Feud here. We're trying to get everything on the board. So I got to pick like option 3 or 4. You can't go wrong with like a Mankind, like a Mick Foley.
Kobe.
Mick Foley being the inductor if he and Vince are okay and he's not fired shortly thereafter by getting his balls punched repeatedly by the son of Hornswoggle. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of another way that Mick Foley could get fired on television.
Right. It is. There's very creative ways.
Yeah.
Intern Mark, how about you? Who should induct The Undertaker?
Well,
Well,
I was 100% thinking Vince McMahon without question. And of course, following suit with everybody else, it sounds like second choice would be Kane. But I could see Vince doing it as long as Vince is still with us when that day comes.
Yeah, and like here's my thought with it is I feel like, and I don't necessarily think that they'll do this. I feel like The Undertaker should be his own ceremony, if you will. Like he should get in by himself. Like I don't think he should be part of a class. He should be a class in and of himself. So not even necessarily WrestleMania weekend. Like maybe a Survivor Series weekend. You do a special induction of The Undertaker, and I don't like Vince should be ultimately the last speech prior to whatever The Undertaker is going to do, because I don't know, and maybe he does now, because the door's been kicked through on this like the mystique. Like The Undertaker will never, he's never going to do a documentary like this. He's never going to do the door has been blown off of that one. So Vince should ultimately be the one to induct him, but I think that you could have, now they shouldn't be, Mr. T length speeches or anything, but you could have Bruce Pritchard. You could have, you could have Mankind. You could have Shawn Michaels. You could have like a couple people throughout the course of his career, whether it's a live speech or a part of a recorded vignette that are part of the induction process. Tim,
Give me a Hall of Fame roast.
love it.
Survivor Series weekend.
Oh.
You put the Taker up, and everybody roasts him.
I love that.
And then the Undertaker sucks all of them into the abyss.
Yeah, no, that is perfect. I love that. Let's see here. Devin says Triple H. Charlie says if not Vince, he would do TNA like TNA used to do a multi-person induction. Jason says it can only be Vince or Michelle that inducts him. A couple of the responses on social media: John Cena, Ted DiBiase, Kane or Vince. We actually did have somebody say Bruce Pritchard. Obviously, if Paul Bear,
John Cena.
yeah, I don't get the John Cena one. Like, I mean,
Can get John Cena is because no matter how you slice it, the next closest person to the same rarefied air that the Undertaker breathes is John Cena.
Yeah, but I don't
like. They're both.
They only wrestled twice, right?
I don't care. They're the same dude.
Yeah,
it's like Babe Ruth inducting Babe Ruth into the Babe Ruth Hall of Fame.
Like, I get if they would have multiple people, absolutely have John Cena as part of that vignette or group of roasters.
John is the host of the roast.
Okay, I could live with that.
He's there.
That works.
He jokes on everybody that comes up, and then he bashes the Undertaker before the Taker washes everybody in the blood of 9-line or whatever he's.
Yeah, the majority of responses on this question was Vince McMahon. But I think obviously if Paul Bear was still with us, I think that would be the
any
easy
of
one.
his kids, but I think most of his kids are dead too.
I know one of them is. I think there's one that's still with us. But no, after watching that documentary, it's got to be Vince. Like, you know, those two. I don't think I would ever see a human side out of either of those two, and they were more human with each other than anybody. Like, there was the one scene backstage at the one Raw where they're like, you know, kind of just like, Vince comes up and smacks him on the back, and they're kind of, you know, it's that I'm like, I don't think I would have ever thought I would have ever seen that.
Can Vince handle that moment? I mean, they asked him, what does Taker mean to WWE, and he teared up and cut the camera.
He's like, can't say that.
But I think that makes the perfect speech. Now whether or not Vince would do it because he knows that he's going to break up, but to me that makes that speech that much better to have him do that. But yeah, that's a great point. I don't know if Vince would be able to get if he could get through that speech. Like, you know, he'd start speaking, and then he would have to call Triple H up to do it, and Shane would be like, "What the fuck, man? I'm your actual son." But
you know who it absolutely couldn't? There's two people it absolutely couldn't be.
Who's that?
Ric Flair and the Big Show.
Oh, that's true.
Big blubbering idiots just standing up there crying, can't even talk.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I would like to see him, because I think Andre's the only person who was ever inducted by themselves, right? And
he was the first.
Yeah, he was the first inductee and the only one by himself. To me, I really think that's the way Taker should go in, and it's not a shot at anybody else and anybody else that would get into the Hall of Fame at any point.
When is Flo Rida gonna get in?
But, like, you know, Taker's Taker.